Hey guys, welcome to the meeting. I hope you're all feeling well. I'm feeling great today. It was a nice day, the weather was clear, and I'm really excited for the meeting, not only because this sounds so amazing with this new microphone, I'm super grateful for this, but because I can almost see you there. Like I can imagine that I could see you guys there, and maybe you're sitting in front of your computers, maybe you've got your phone or your tablet. Either way, put some headphones on. And I learned the other day, I was going to tell you, I learned about something that helps us to retain information and to really apply and remember what we learn, and it's energy. And it was like, this is just another reason why we dance in front of meetings, or try to create some energy, whatever we can do. So I'm here, I was thinking, what could I do to create some energy for you guys today? This is Tricked Out Accessories. Welcome to the meeting, you guys. Let's go. Let's create a 2021 that we can be excited about. No matter what else is going on out there, we are in control of our lives. We are in control of our destiny. We control our reality. So let's go. You know how we start this out. Get your headphones in, get excited, and let's go. Hey you guys, how is it going this morning? We've got some breaking news. I don't know if you guys heard the news or not. I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about that. I don't even know what's happened since last night. I don't know what's going on. Some people are being maniacs. Anyway, let's do some music instead. It's more positive, Plus, check this out. I made a song. All right. So I'll admit I had some help from DJ Squanto and DJ Anarchy on this song, but we made it especially for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. How are you guys feeling?
Too heavy.
The song is called Hypnosis.
There is no point in struggling. Slowly.
You guys don't have to do that. You don't have to.
Imagine the light bulb slowly fading away.
Just keep them open.
Additionally, I want you to either say out loud or think the following mantra.
All right, we're going to do this one the right way this time. Here we go.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but I just saw Star Wars this year. Star Wars in 2020. It was a really good movie. Dude, that sounds good, dude. That sounds good. Sounds good. I think we're ready. I think that was the warm-up. Are you guys warmed up? I think that was the warm-up. Let's go do the meeting. Let's go. Here we go.
All right, so what do you guys think? Like, when I say that we actually control our reality or that we manifest our destiny, what do you guys think? Are you like, because how far does that actually go? I mean, is that true? Do you believe, like, did you see The Secret? Some people believe that there's no such, it doesn't really matter what you think. It's like things only happen by taking physical action, right? But then if you would watch The Secret, it's like almost like you don't need any physical action. You could just imagine what you want and the universe will just bring it to you, right? So on those two sides of the spectrum, what is actually real? Do we, and what we think about, and does that actually manifest our full reality? I don't know. If I would have to guess, I guess, I would probably start investigating with Kyle first away and look at him. And I'm not sure if he did that intentionally or unintentionally, but like, yeah, okay, so I'm kidding, but I had to get that out of the way because that was accomplishment number 1 of the meeting. All right, let's go. All right, so maybe you can send a rating because I'll be watching this in the chat. So maybe you can tell me on a scale between 1 and 100 how much it matters, with 100 being that it matters only on mindset and you basically don't need to take any action, just let the universe bring it to you, or 1 meaning that it doesn't matter at all about mindset and only it's about the actions that you take, or 50 being that it's like half and half. Like, what do you guys think? Put it in the chat. Let us know. I mean, and to be fair, you can look around and see people failing in life, failing in their relationships, failing with taking care of their personal health, failing in not achieving their goals, not making the money that they want, failing with their finances and being able to budget successfully. And so it's like, are all these people creating this in their minds? How does this actually work? Like, I want to know. I remember the first time when I read Think and Grow Rich. It's still one of my favorite books. I'm probably going to read it again soon, actually. But anyway, when I first read this, he basically taught that there's a system and a way that you can create anything that you want in life. And he gives several steps of specific things that you can do to make any intention, like your primary chief aim, focus on that. Write down an affirmation that you read as you wake up and before you go to bed every day, and all kinds of things like that. You can read it. But if this stuff works and we can create anything in our lives, then what is it that stops us? Like, ask yourself that right now. Like, what is it that stopped you from accomplishing your goals in 2020? Was it COVID? Was it, I know there's several things out there, but I hope that we've learned to be at cause enough to see how we create our situation and to see how we're in charge and we're in control and we can plan and work our way out of these things. So what is it that stops us really from taking action, from like taking action confidently and believing in ourselves? By the way, I'm going to be giving a training on manifesting and personal development and how to accomplish what you want in 2021, how to create a vision and how to lock into goals with a guided visualization, similar to what you guys have done. In fact, you guys will know a lot of what I teach. Part of it has to do a lot, of course, with being at cause, taking responsibility for yourself, and knowing what it means to really focus on what you want and to be able to envision and create a vision for yourself. And so we're going to be working on that for 3 hours. And I was going to make an offer for anybody who's interested from the company. Let me know. Just text me or WhatsApp me, whatever. Get in touch with me, and I will get you a code and a scholarship so you can be there. It will be live on Zoom next Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. And I would love to see anybody there. Of course, this isn't mandatory and I'm not expecting, but if you want to learn more about personal development with me and study, I would love to see you there. Anyway, we'll be going more into that in that time. But I wanted to talk today about self-doubt. I believe really self-doubt is one of the main things that stops us. And I believe that truly I know that the law of attraction works and I know it's a real thing. I do believe that The Secret was incomplete because it didn't really focus that much on the types of action that we need to take. But what is it that stops us from taking action and actually being able to manifest and achieve our goals and accomplish what we want in life? Where do we go wrong? I believe that, you can know what you want, but if you doubt yourself, you're going to find reasons to, our unconscious mind wants to avoid criticism and we do anything to avoid failure. And I've seen this myself. We can stay in the preparation phase and not ever get something done because we're always wanting to make it perfect, or we find some excuses. Our minds are brilliant at the mental gymnastics of finding ways to avoid failure and to avoid pain. So we need to reframe this. And I'm going to talk about a really good reframe that we can do on self-doubt. So we need to realize this. It's not that your unconscious mind is working against you, but your unconscious mind is always going to seek comfort. And that's why you're always going to feel, something physically when you need to be brave and take action. And but the thing is, we've got to reframe the way that we think about self-confidence and self-doubt, because I think this is the number one thing that gets in our way and that keeps us from really believing in ourselves and taking action. And really, it's this is what keeps people from being at cause. They don't want to take responsibility because they doubt themselves and they're like, what if I fail? And then I have to admit that I was at cause for everything. And it's scary. Honestly, it's scary. So we have to think of it, if we're going to achieve and if we're going to be better than the average person, we have to be able to reframe this in our mind and see it differently. And one thing that's important to remember is we've all had these times where there's been times, I guarantee because I know that you guys are awesome at what you do. And I know that there's been times where you didn't know and where you felt like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'll figure it out. And you had to go into it anyway and you figured it out, didn't you? I can think of a million times where I've been plunged into a situation that I never would have gone into by myself. But after I did it, I figured it out and I gained confidence from that. And so when you go and you take brave action and you learn things, you gain confidence. So what would stop us? So first of all, realize that everybody's got self-doubt. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing weird about having it. In fact, it's healthy. If you'd be a total egomaniac if you have no self-doubt. And, who knows, who would you be like? I don't know. I'm not going to say. I've already mentioned Kyle once, and I think I should take it easy on him. But just know that successful people have self-doubt. The difference is successful people believe in their ability to figure it out. And so remember that when you doubt yourself on something that you know deep down that you want to take action on, and you want to feel differently about it, remember that, yeah, it's true. You may not know everything right now. You don't know everything. We don't. But we can believe in ourselves. We can have faith that we can figure it out. You guys are smart, and I believe in myself that I'm smart. I might be a little slow, but I figure things out eventually because I'm watching and I take feedback and I learn from my mistakes and I never give up. I keep trying. So that leads me to point number 2, taking action. So of course, most important thing. Ultimately, any kind of mindset work that we do is ultimately to get us to the point of taking action that works. I'm going to give you three small steps on how to take action. So let me unpack this a little bit. In order to take action, we need to be clear on what we want. So this is where in any area of life, you need to know what actually fulfills you. You need to know yourself. And this is a process that happens as we mature and we grow. We discover things and we learn things about ourselves that we may not have known before, and we're able to adapt in a way that makes us happy. But we need to get that clarity. So when you look in and you can imagine different situations, just imagine what you want and check in with yourself, see how it feels. And you can do this ahead of time to actually create a vision for yourself and have a plan, because that's step number 2, the plan. In order to take action, really, that's something that keeps us from it, is just not having a plan. Maybe we don't know what to do. So maybe if you don't know what to do to make your own plan, maybe you consult with somebody, or get some wisdom from somebody else who knows some things maybe that you might know. It's great to get other perspectives. Maybe there's something you need to learn, a book that you need to read, but do what you need to do to get the resources to make a plan for any goal that you might have. Okay, and then you need to take action and kind of get some momentum going. But if you do those 3 things, clarity, plan, that's really technical, right? But that is the reality of it, is we need to take action. We need to believe in ourselves that we're going to figure it out. That's step one. Number two, taking action by being clear on what we want, having a plan, and having some momentum, So number three, we need to reframe the idea of failure. Okay, so you've heard like fail faster, right? There was a study I read in Atomic Habits about some photography students. There was two groups. One of them was assigned to be graded on the quantity or how many photos they produced by the end of the semester, while the other group was going to be judged and graded only on quality, and they only had to submit one photo. And what they found in the study was that at the end of the year, the group that had taken more photos, even though they weren't focused on the quality, because of the experience of taking action so many times, they actually ended up with the higher quality photos. And the people that like studied all year and gave hypothesis and debated about what was the best settings to use and everything, just kind of produced this mediocre picture. And so at the end of the day, it's always good to take action and to learn. But where our minds don't want to fail, we don't want to be uncomfortable. How do we think of this? And I would tell you to start thinking and taking a mindset of learning and instead of judging. Like, people are always doing the best, and this includes us. We do the best with the resources we have at the time. When we make mistakes, usually it's because we weren't thinking of the whole picture, or things seemed different at the time. I don't believe, or at least most people that I know or that I hang out with don't do bad things intentionally to hurt people. I just, I think people have good intentions, but, most people are thinking of themselves. That's the truth. All right, so if you're planning your week, it's a good idea to take a break on Sunday and look over your plan from the last week and see how you did in each situation. Like, what was your intention of what you wanted? And then how did it work for you? What did you learn? What did you feel and what did you experience? And kind of take yourself out of the judger role and just look at it objectively, and treat yourself like somebody that you love and that you're patient with, somebody who's actually learning and who wants to grow and progress. Because sometimes we're the hardest on ourselves, but it really changes when you think of like how much you're learning by the brave action that you're taking and by the mistakes that you're making. You'll grow so much faster. But especially if you evaluate yourself once a week, look at it and learn from it, because usually what keeps us stuck in the past is when we felt some experience, some trauma or some negative emotion, but we didn't really look at that in a constructive way. We didn't really learn from it. So we just have this bad feeling about it. But when we can look at things in perspective of what we learned from those and what we're changing. So, once a week, take time as you're planning for the next week to really evaluate yourself and to decide what you're going to do different this week. And set some intentions. This is this kind of goes back to step number 2. So let me backtrack when I say taking action. And the first of those 3 points was clarity. So we need to be a little bit intentional. We need to start out. One thing that you can do, start out at the beginning of anything, right? So the thing could be a shift at work. The thing could be going to spend time in the evening with your family. The thing could be just waking up in the morning and starting your new day. So when you wake up in the morning, think, okay, today I'm going to be loving, I'm going to be fun, and I'm going to be enthusiastic. Those are going to serve me best today. So that's going to be my intention today. Let me be those 3 things and make those your focus. That's being really intentional. A lot of the times we make mistakes and then we doubt ourselves because we're not clear on what we want. So we're just kind of going all over the place and reacting to things. But set some intentions. Okay, I'm going to work today. So today I'm going to be confident. I'm going to be diligent, and I'm going to be patient, maybe, if that's the best thing. Maybe you want to be inspiring. Choose 3 things and keep it narrow like that. But it's a good idea. Maybe, hey, if you're going to go work out, all right, I'm going to be here for an hour. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be energized, and I'm going to be, whatever, focused. Okay. So you can do this in any area of life. You're going to go spend time with your family. What's going to serve you best as far as emotional resources? I'm going to be loving. I'm going to be playful. I'm going to be fun. So have intentions. That's, going back as you take action, set an intention for how it's going to be. This could be done at the beginning of your week. So back to step 3, we're planning. When you plan, set an intention for your week. What are you going to work on this week? What's going to be different from last week? And, and I would say, let's do this for the year. Like, what do you want when you're looking into this year? What do you want to see? What do you want to create for yourself? I would love for you to, as you look at your goals, hopefully you have some New Year's resolutions going. If not, write them down for at least work while you're listening to this training. And And then look at those things and start to think of what resources you need, how you can reframe failure in a different way, how you can reframe self-doubt in a way that gets you to take action on all of your goals, whatever it is, because believing that you can't change is the worst mental trap, in my opinion, to be in. And I know that you guys, especially you guys, are smart. You've been listening to me and the rest of us that train you on brilliant ways to think and ways to use your mind to work for you and not against you. One thing we learn about in NLP, and I'll be talking about this a little bit more in my training as well, is how to reframe things like this. If you can look at self-doubt and confidence in this way and learn to reward yourself for being brave and taking action towards your goals, reward yourself for planning and setting an intention, and then evaluate yourself and see how you did. Give yourself the positive feedback, the negative, what you're going to change, and then feel grateful that you're learning. If you do that's true consciousness. Like, you can do this for the whole year. Look forward and think, what do I want? This is 2021. We're right here at the beginning. It's a great time. It's always a great time to set goals. We need to set goals every week, and it's something to do at the beginning of the year and next month and the next month. So we should always have written goals. But think about what you want for this year and write some goals down, and then take these steps as you do them. Go forward and learn, and then congratulate yourselves for learning, but take the feedback and make sure that you adapt yourself so that you do it differently. Don't repeat your mistakes over and over. When you do this, you'll have confidence. Day by day, you're going to see yourself growing, and you're going to be growing and progressing at such a fast rate. And really, when we're learning new things, we feel confident and we feel happy and satisfied with our lives. Step number 4 is continue learning. So keep learning things like this. Take trainings. Come to my training next Wednesday. Read good books. The Atomic Habits is an excellent book. I just read it. Think and Grow Rich, another one that we just mentioned here. Continue learning and plant a seed of continued growth. Get into personal development. This is the year. There's such an assault. There's like a mental war going on, and there's people that are out there trying to tell you that you can't do it, that there's going to be, that life is happening to you, that other people need to take care of you, and all these ideas. And I want you to feel strong and empowered and to really feel like you are at cause for your life. And I would love to get us all over to the 90% range of where our mindset is so in charge that the action we take feels like it's effortless. Because that's really how it is when you're programmed properly and you're passionate and your mind is set right. There's nothing that can stop you from achieving your goals. But that's the challenge, isn't it? For us to get our mind right in that way, in the way that our body is taking action and achieving the goals that we want. So think about what you want to achieve now, the things that you want to learn, how you want to grow this year, what you want to accomplish financially, what you want to accomplish at work. Maybe, as you reevaluate what things are important to you, what do you want to accomplish with your family and with relationships? And I really want you guys to be happy. The things that I teach, I know they work. Hopefully we can apply these into our lives and see results, positive results, not only at work, but emotionally, in our relationships, with our health, in our whole lives in general. All right, so let's create this year with intention. Let's become the people we want to be, continue learning, and never slide backwards. And if you want to come learn with me next Wednesday, just send me a text and say I'm in, and I will get you the code. I'll put you on the list so that you'll be on the Zoom link. The only thing that I ask is please show up with good energy and be a good student. Other people are just paying $49 to be here. I have no idea how many people are going to come, but I would love to see any of you that are interested there. So have a good rest of the meeting and have a great year. Let's create it and let's be intentional.